2 years back, when I launched Zenith PhD training and consultancy, I was expecting that people would have queries related to eligibility criteria, they would have queries related to fellowships, entrance examination, the process of applying for a PhD. But never in my wildest dreams had I thought that there would be so many concerns and questions related to NOC, or No Objection Certificate. For all those who do not remember, NOC is a compulsory document that has to be submitted by all working professionals who are going to pursue a part-time PhD. Actually, by all the people who are going to pursue a part-time PhD, because remember, part-time PhD in India can only be pursued by a working professional. If you want to learn more about part-time PhD, then we are sharing some of our old videos with you in the I above and in the description below. So as I was saying, NOC is a document that has to be submitted, that has to be issued by the employer of the scholar, and it has to be issued in the name of the university where the student has to start with their PhD journey. Now, after scanning my YouTube videos, I saw a number of comments and queries related to NOC. I have collected 10 such common queries, the ones which were most frequently asked, and I am going to address 10 such queries in this video. So in case you are a PhD aspirant, a part-time PhD aspirant, or if you're someone who's already started with their part-time PhD journey, in both these cases, this video is going to be extremely helpful for you. So stay tuned with me, your one and only PhD mentor, advisor and trainer, Dr. Ritika Gauba. So let us start with one of the most common concerns that I have heard about NOC. So usually people ask me that is NOC a compulsory document for all kinds of PhD scholars? That is all kinds of part-time PhD scholars. Does everybody have to submit NOC, or is there some exemption, some relaxation given to anyone? So the answer is no. Whether you are working from home, whether you have flexible working hours, you might have a very understanding boss, or your boss might be sitting abroad. In all these circumstances, even if you feel that you can hide from your employer that you are pursuing a PhD, whatever the circumstances might be, you need to submit an NOC. Without an NOC, you cannot take admission in a part-time PhD program in India. Question number 2 is NOC has to be issued in the university's name, any one university's name. So yes, NOC will always be issued in the name of a university, and that university would be the university which you have finally decided to take admission in. Question number 3, do we have to renew or resubmit the NOC every year? No. NOC has to be submitted once you start with your PhD journey, and majority universities will not ask for an NOC again, at least till the time you're working with the same organization. Question number 4 that I usually get is, can we change jobs while pursuing a PhD? Yes, of course you can change your jobs. If you have a better opportunity, you can go for it. But always remember to keep your guide informed about all your profile changes. If required, inform your department research committee, the administration department as well. It is important that your institute has your updated profile, especially if your institute is uploading everything on the website. Actually, it is a mandatory requirement by UGC that the profile details are uploaded on the website. However, to what extent are those details uploaded and what kind of details uploaded could vary. But in case you are working with a university, starting with a university which is uploading your the professional details as well, then in that case ensure that your correct details have been uploaded and updated. Take this as a suggestion from your PhD mentor. This is really going to keep you away from a lot of trouble. Okay, now here there is an exception which I need to share. IISc Bangalore is a university which does not allow you to change your job during the duration of your part-time PhD. So there IISc is one such exemptions. There could be a few other here and there. However, majority universities have no problem if you are changing jobs during the time you're pursuing your PhD. Now, after this, the most obvious question that comes to anybody's mind is, do you have to submit an NOC again, or do you have to take a new NOC from your new employer? So again, there is no regulation as such, and many times universities don't even ask for a new regulation. But as your PhD mentor, I would suggest take that new NOC. Inform your current or your new employer, get an NOC submitted, get an NOC issued and submit it to the university. The sixth concern about NOC is what happens if somebody has to leave their job in between while doing the PhD. Since part-time PhD can only be pursued by working professional, what happens if a working professional becomes unemployed for a certain period of time? In that case also, don't worry. Remember, your guide is human. The university is run by humans and they all understand that such situation can occur in anybody's professional career. However, as your PhD mentor, I will say, please inform your guide about any such situations that has occurred, and whatever then your guide tells you to do, kindly do that. Also, if required, you can always give in writing that this particular problem has occurred. However, you have complete intentions of going back to employment and you're just waiting for the right opportunity to come. Okay, from here we move on to the next one, which is, if you're an entrepreneur, then too, do you have to submit an NOC? And if yes, who will give an NOC to an entrepreneur? So as an entrepreneur, you can definitely ask for an NOC. You can get it signed by your HR head, or if you have another partner or somebody at a similar or higher designation, then you can ask them to issue an NOC to you. However, if there is no such person in your organization, then do not worry. Basically, NOC is that your bosses, your company is not going to trouble you. They are going to support you when you're pursuing your PhD journey. Since you are the boss of your own company, obviously you're not going to trouble yourself. So in this case, the only thing that you have to prove is that you are truly your boss and you truly own a company. So you would be required to submit certain documents related to your company ownership, establishment, maybe your returns, something that is going to prove your claim of being an entrepreneur and being your own boss. From here, we move on to the next question, which is truly a very, very heartbreaking question for me to address. When somebody asks me, what shall we do? We are not being issued an NOC. Actually, there is no solution to this problem. The only thing is that you can reason out with your bosses, with your company, ask them, understand what their issue is. If they have any apprehension that you're going to run away after the PhD, then you can always give them in writing. If they have, so whatever issues they have, you can try to rectify it. If there are no reasonable reasons for them, then I can just say that if you're in a private job, try to change over to another company who would be more supportive in your PhD journey. But next time, do ensure that you are joining a company which is supportive of your educational enhancement. Moving on to the last two questions. So the second last question that I'm going to address is, can I take admission in a university which does not require an NOC? So there are many times when students who cannot avail a NOC, There are universities who offer them that they should take admission, and they are not required to submit an NOC. In such a situation, what should a student do? Now, as per the UGC's regulation, NOC is a compulsory requirement. And if a university is ready to offer you admission without an NOC, that simply means that they are ready to flout the regulations of UGC. They are not following the guidelines and protocols. Sooner or later, this university is got to get caught, and when that happens, the university would be penalized. But you as a student are going to lose your time, effort, money, energy, and maybe even reputation. So I would not recommend, not only in the case of NOC, but rather any case, I would not recommend as your PhD mentor to join a university which is not following the PhD regulations issued by UGC. Okay, from here we move on to the last section of this video. Now in this, I'm going to share with you a format of writing a NOC. Many people have asked me to share such a format, so I thought, why not share it on a video only. Save this video for your future reference, so that whenever you need to write an NOC, you know what are the content of an NOC. The exact content of the NOC can be seen in the video. You can pause the video and read what is written. Most of the universities follow the same content line. However, it is always good to cross-check with your university if they have their own format of writing an NOC. But as I said, majority universities would have a similar format. So this is all about NOC. If you have any more questions related to NOC or PhD, then you can always put them in the comment section below. If you like the way we are empowering you with genuine, in-depth and well-researched PhD information, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching my video. Till we meet again next week.